You ever feel like you're wasting money on bad games? That most games these days are just trash? Okay, you're not. You are brilliant. But I am not here to talk about a recent game. No. I'm here to talk about a mostly forgotten indie game which holds a warm, fuzzy place in my heart. SKUL the Hero Slayer. Released by Southpaw Games on the 21st of January 2021, this game costs a fraction of most games these days and is better. Sort of. Not really, but you get the point. While most try to avoid games like these, like they try to avoid pineapple on pizza, you can afford this game on Steam for about $18 or less if you use some certain websites. SKUL the Hero Slayer is a jump-and-run indie game released for almost every console during the time of its release, even on the Mac. But if you're a gamer and you own a Mac, you'll probably also enjoy Diablo Immortal's microtransaction. What the fuck is that? While most people want to play games which you can spend thousands of hours in, SKUL the Hero Slayer can be finished in half an hour. If you know what you're doing, you start your run, kill all bosses, collect power-ups, finish the game, great. But every run in SKUL is different. A large amount of items and power-ups gives you something new each and every run. Now, you can play SKUL on the PC, either with a keyboard or a controller, but let's not joke about it, you play it on a controller. If you want to finish the game, you have to go through 5 different acts. The woods, the castle, laboratory, the fortress, and the ending. Each act has its own unique boss, but the difference in this game comes with its skull system. The 3 types of skulls are the speed, the balance, and the power skull. The speed skull is, well, fast. The power skull, while being slow, is deadly in its damage, and the balance skull is the balance mix between this. Come on, what do you expect? What else should I say about? You can always have 2 skulls, and you can always swap between them after a small cooldown. You can also destroy skulls to collect bones, which have a currency to update your skull. Items are more of a passive upgrade for your character. While there are classic ones like more physical or more magic damage, there are also the ones that activate during specific conditions like swapping, critting, or concentration. The amount of items is quite vast, but you can only carry 9 at a time, so you have to decide which of the 9 items you keep, or if you want to switch something. Now, items don't even have their own effects. They also have inscriptions. Now think of inscriptions like an item set in an MMO. Collect 2 pieces to have a unique effect as long as you carry them. You have more damage, treasure chest for monsters, bleeding, social anxiety. The list is way too long, but while doing a run, always keep an eye on them. You can do just as a full-on hardcore damage run, or you can fully rely on your inscription, giving you the opportunity to have different builds each run. Now with that amount of power-ups, you should be strong enough, right? Right? No! No, not at all. There's one more power-up that we did not touch. Quintessences. These are items that you can activate to have a unique effect like spawn a turret, mine enemy from a gold, spawn an army of shadow riders obliterating the entire screen. Now you think, okay mate, we have items, we have skulls, and we have these balls. We should be absolutely overpowered. Yes and no. While some builds are powerful enough to make everyone like a nice stroll in the park, most of the time you're getting your ass kicked by a literal Super Saiyan. Every drop is RNG based. Sometimes you will have the most overpowered run at Act 1, and sometimes you will struggle with a boss for like 30 minutes. When you enter your run, you start in the forest and have doors right in front of you, usually up to 2. There are 6 different types of doors: gold, item, skull, shop, hero, and boss. Each act has 2 shops, 1 hero, which is the midway point, and 1 act boss. Okay, now let's talk about the 5 acts. First, you venture into the forest to punch a lot of trees. The act boss of the area is an even bigger tree, which you punch again. Act 2 goes into the Great Hall, where you fight underpaid workers which defend a fat baron and his 2 daughters, which are way too fast, damn it! After that, we go into the Black Lab. The boss of the underground lab is the best of boys. After you defeat the giant chihuahua, you go straight into the Vatican to beat the Pope to death. Then you ascend to the last area, where there's almost nothing, just some statues of the hardest boss in the game, Goku, Father, Mega, Melania, Elden Souls. Okay, now you beat all the bosses, you restored the castle, unlocked every passive power-up. You're done, right? Oh no, we go straight into the dark mirror in the throne room to make all of these things again, but just harder. Now I could show you everything what the Dark Mirror World has to offer, but I don't want to ruin your surprise. Also, I didn't finish it till this point. For an indie game roguelike that most of the people don't even know exists, this game is a solid choice to go into the genre. That's why my final rating of this game is a SKUL out of 10. Not everybody likes skulls, but the people who do genuinely enjoy them, and I genuinely enjoyed this game. It's a great game that you can pick up, play it for a short while, drop it, and return to it the next week. If you are already a huge fan of a roguelike genre, play it. Or play the Binding of Isaac or something, I don't know. You just watched a man in a pineapple mask talking about a 2-year-old game. So who won? Me! I won! Thank you for staying with me till the very end of this video. I hope you enjoyed that content, and if you liked it, please drop a like, drop a sub, and ring the bell. See you next time.